Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We are on day 2 here on Greengrass Isle for Electric Week, and hopefully we can find us a Dededenne. We are going to start off with 1,260 sneaky snacking somehow with this team. I don't know how well, I guess their berry rates are different. You know, that one was the bad one for the ingredient production. But we are going to grab our 100 sleep points. That'll put us at 2,800. Not quite enough for another master biscuit, but we'll get there eventually. And we can grab our daily lottery while we're here. Maybe this will be a master biscuit. That'd be nice. Oh, no, it's 100 diamonds. That's pretty nice too. I will gladly take 100 diamonds, especially after all the diamonds we spent yesterday. It's nice to get a little bit back, that immediate return. And let's go ahead and jump into our sleep report from yesterday. I did use an incense last night, so we know for sure one of the spawns it's going to be popping up. Session 227. And let's see, 9 hours and 13 minutes of sleep. I did go to bed just a little late last night because I was this close to Ultra 2, and all I needed was somebody to collect a couple of berries just to make it happen. So I stayed up a little late just to make sure we got to Ultra 2 because that is where Dededenne starts to spawn naturally on green grass. We do get 10% dozing, 54% snoozing, and 36% slumbering, which is good for the balance type. That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So that should put us around 10 million, I think. Not quite 10 million, but 9.3. With almost an entire board of spawns, 7 out of 8 for our first day is pretty good. This is exactly why I went to, well, there's a Dededenne. That's exactly why I went to green grass instead of lapis. There's one Dededenne, which we used the incense for. And it looks like that is the only new thing because all the others went real quick. We've got a Rattata, Wobbuffet, Pikachu, 2 Pichus, a Meowth, and a Wynot. All right, so not too bad. So that means the Dededenne is the only new one, and we only got it because of the incense, and the game has crashed again. Okay, we're back. So this has just been a day of technical difficulties. I spent about 15 minutes trying to fix the camera, and then now we have the crash, and almost to the point that I thought I was gonna have to break out the old camera. It was so bad, but we did get our first Dededenne. It's a small Pokemon and its electricity generating organ is weak, so it uses its tail to absorb electricity from other Pokemon to charge itself. Perhaps happy with all the electricity it absorbed, it sometimes falls asleep while sucking on its tail. Well, that's adorable. But yeah, so many technical issues. Hopefully that was the last of them though. Hungry Pichu. Not a hungry Dededenne, which is what we needed. Didn't we leave? Or did we catch? No, we did catch it. I was gonna say, I thought we left a Pichu partially fed. Yikes, that is a lot of friendship points on Dededenne, which we knew, but it is just odd to see. Yeah. Okay. All right, so what's the best play? Obviously, getting another Pichu would be nice, but we have to try for the Dededenne just because it's an incense and it's Dededenne. So we're gonna feed it. We'll see what happens. Only +3, unfortunate. I mean, we do have some Poke Biscuits and we're gonna get some more. So let's give it one. Let's see what happens. Critical capture would be great. Nope. All right, are you full? You're full. Okay, well, that's fun. Let's see, nothing else really super interesting, but we will take 1 biscuit and feed the Pichu. Now watch this get the critical capture. Okay, good, just the normal hungry. All right, and as unfortunate as it is, we're just gonna go ahead and wrap up there. We did at least get the Dededenne fed a little bit. It is unfortunate that our incense Dededenne did not turn out to be in our favor, but of course we're gonna send out the Dededenne candy. Everyone's gonna be sending that out this week, so it'll be good to go ahead and stock up. Just send out as much Dedenne candy as we can. 664 research XP and 1,336 dream shards. Did the game crash? Oh, okay. Thought it crashed again. All right. Now we did get a medal. No new news. Let's check. What medal did we get? Electric type, 100 Pokemon study. That's a small dream cluster. And then let's check for these community reports, see if we get anything interesting. A bunch of Dedenne candy with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 in total that doubled up, and a bunch of those are Dedenne candies. And that is exactly why we want to send out as much Dedenne candy as possible, because the more that double up, the better this week is going to be for everybody. That is a level up. 2 level ups. Richie, level 5. There we go. We got a small ingredient ticket and 2 small handy candies. So when we do get that Dedenne, it will be worth it. I did use my candy boost last night before I went to bed. First things first, let's grab. We should have some more diamonds for the last ingredient. The large leeks, the last ingredient that we needed. So no more new ingredients, and all of our tickets and magnets will pull from every possible ingredient. But yes, I did use the candy boost last night since we only get 50 a day. I used it for... Now I'm drawing a blank. Who did I use it for? I know it was somebody... Oh, Dratini. That Dratini that we caught last week that was actually pretty decent. I figured that was a pretty solid bet. Maybe not the best idea, but not a bad one. Out of 2, we've only got 1 skill trigger so far from this Gengar. That's 1,201 strength. You've got some candy for me. Whoa! You've got some candy for me. Where is everyone? I am missing somebody. That's 2 out of 3. Another 1,334 strength. Where is Beware? Or it's not Beware, it's Pupitar. What am I talking about? 2 for 4. So 50-50 so far. We hit our ingredient cap. That's the important one. 2,675 strength gain just from Espeon, who did trigger 3 times. And also, a couple of you pointed out in the comments, but I also noticed immediately after, well, about 20 minutes after I finished recording yesterday's episode that, wait a minute, Marowak's not good for this team. He's only on the team for Ginger. So I swapped out Marowak for Espeon, and it seems to be even better. Team analysis shows about 4,000 more strength per day over Marowak, plus 3 skill triggers is very nice. But we can go ahead and get our breakfast going now. We are, of course, going to be making something new. That is the entire point of this week. Let's go ahead and queue up new recipe. We need a lot of leeks. And this is going to be the first time I've made this recipe. I've not made it at all, which is, I don't know why I'm putting mushrooms in right now. That's just silly. Let's go ahead and hit preview. And we need 10 ginger. There we go. And 8 herbs, which the herb situation is not looking too great either. And then we can throw in the mushrooms. Just fill it out with mushrooms. We got plenty. And hopefully, I mean, extra tasty would be nice, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. So let's see. There is the spicy leek curry. Not extra tasty. 14,063. That is not too bad. Not bad at all. Just making me wonder how much we were getting for the limbercorn stew. That kind of feels about the same, but I guess that makes sense given their current levels. Let's see, maybe that'll put us into Ultra 3? That should. 14,000 is quite a bit for green grass. Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't realize we were that close. Yeah, Ultra 3, almost Ultra 4. 2 little Gengars dancing next to Snorlax. All right. And then, let's see. So yeah, we're really close to Ultra 4. All the berries are gone already. which we're really not doing too many berries this week. Kind of makes sense. Thinking about swapping the team around a little bit. I'm thinking if we can get excuse me, if we can get enough of a couple ingredients stocked up, then we can swap back and forth. One day have more berry focused and the other day have more ingredient focused. So that way we're getting a little bit of the best of both worlds, because there's no point in continuing to stock up ingredients beyond what we can use. So I might be doing that this week. For now, I'm still going to stick with this team. I may swap them out tomorrow. I do want to, if we are going to swap, I do want to do it earlier in the day so that they have more energy when I swap them out, so that when I swap them back in, they're not completely tired. But yeah, not 100% sure, but I think that's a good idea. We are going to pick up 5,000 dream shards for using 100 candies, and we're going to pick up 5 more Poke Biscuits for getting to Ultra 1. Already almost a Master 1. We are doing fantastic this week. Nothing on the normal weekly missions, so nothing to pick up there. But the other problem is that even if I wanted to swap out for berries, we don't really have any berry specialists for these berries. We have a bunch of ingredient and skill specialists, but no berry specialists for these. And that's the problem. If we had a Steelix, because if I remember correctly, Onyx and Steelix are berry specialists. If we had a Steelix, that'd be really good. I'm pretty sure Magnezone and the Magnemite line are not berry specialists. I think they're skill specialists. And then citrus berries, we have no berry specialists. I don't even know who they would be, honestly. A rock type. Oh, well, I guess it would be Onyx. Yeah, so Onyx for citrus, Steelix for Baloo. We just don't have any berry specialists in our Pokemon box, so no dice there. And that's the question. If I did swap them out for berry specialists, who would I put in? And honestly, maybe Butterfree and Raichu would be good. Maybe. Yeah. I just don't really know who the best would be. And that's the problem. So before I just sit here and stare at this screen for no reason, we really just don't have anybody good for those favorite berries for a berry specialist to swap in. So that's why I'm thinking about leaving it the same today and then swapping out tomorrow morning. Again, to stock up more ingredients, because I do want to have more ingredients just to be ready for it. Yeah, we've only got 13 leaks. I mean, if we did swap out, it would be swapping out probably one of the Gengars for a berry specialist, and then maybe the Pupitar, because he's actually returning quite a bit of Ginger. Maybe swap out the Pupitar and one of the Gengars for a berry specialist. It's just a question of who, because Espeon's honestly doing great work. No complaints with Espeon at all. But kind of letting y'all into my thought process a little bit, what we may or may not do. We are going to grab our 20 diamonds for making the spicy leek curry. That does leave us with only 2 curry recipes left to make that are brand new. And hopefully we can make one of them later this week. We're going to see how that goes. But that said, that is all I've got for today. I'm not going to make lunch right now, even though we could, simply because we don't have enough leeks. But yep, that's going to do it for today. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit that like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time. Later, dudes.